What's going on, guys? It's your boy Northern Chat, or FaZe Rain. I'm here with Tommy, the other owner of FaZe Clan. So, this is going to be a very serious video. It's not going to be like a funny, entertaining type video, but it's very informative. It's very important to us if you guys do. A lot of people have been asking a lot about it. It's been a very big thing over Twitter and YouTube, and everybody's been spamming us with comments and tweets saying what's going on with banks. We actually met fans that said, hey, what's going on with banks? So, that's what we're here to finally talk to you guys about. The reason a lot of people thought we were like not talking about, like, damn, you guys are fake, you guys aren't talking about what happened with banks, is because there is a lot that's been going on with banks. In the meantime, we're going to go over that and talk about what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that we had no interest in letting them know, but it's just that it wasn't the right time. We were still waiting for, it was just a lot to handle at once. And
so let's talk about who Banks is. First off, Banks, if you guys don't know him, he's a very outgoing individual, and I can explain him in a very simple way. When he's happy, he is a very awesome person to be around. When he's sad, he's the worst person to be around, and we love him like family. He is our family, and we accept him with his flaws, and we could always deal with that. Banks, we get into arguments a lot. We're both very, we have strong opinions, me and Banks, so we tend to clash heads a lot, but we're still brothers, and I do love him. But the thing is, he is like that, and we have been able to deal with that for the entire time since we've known him.
Yeah, it's never been a huge deal.
Yeah, he's been like, oh, he's just being Banks again, whenever he gets in his moods. But it's never anything that we can't handle. And recently, about a couple months ago, he started taking Adderall, which is a drug. A lot of you guys might know what that drug is, and it's a lot of people use it for school and stuff. It's like a focus pill, and I don't really know exactly how to word that. This is an Adderall class right now, but he started taking a lot of Adderall, not just like a pill every
week.
Yeah,
we had no idea how much he was taking.
I didn't know he was taking that much either.
Yeah. Until recently, you're supposed to take one a day. That's what they prescribe you for.
If that,
yeah. There was a point of my life where I took it. I took it for my last year in high school because I had to skip a grade because I stayed back my freshman year. I personally hated school. School was not for me, and it helped me catch up to my class. Yeah. But I would never abuse it or anything like that. And I had no idea how much he was taking until recently.
Yeah.
But it kind of just, you could see it. You could see, his family said the same thing. Thanksgiving, they could tell that he was off. And then by Christmas time, they knew that, he was just
not himself.
He was not himself whatsoever.
Yeah.
He was
just different. It makes you feel, completely different. And he took a lot of it. I'm talking a lot, to the point where he was missing 3 days of sleep at a time, and it wasn't even a big deal to him. I don't know about you guys, but I can't even miss a night. It's just not me. And that just shows how much he was abusing it, and I guess to the point to where it actually did drive him to a point of complete mental illness, and he is not he is not in his right mind. And all the rants on Twitter, don't think we agreed or thought any of that was a lot of the stuff he was saying is not right or okay or anything. A lot of it we found bullshit. But we're not going to start Twitter drama with someone that's not mentally stable, especially someone that is our family. We just had to sit there, and we couldn't tell him not to. There's nothing we could have done. He was in Germany, he was in Boston. There's nothing we could have done. We tried to tell him, dude, please stay off social media. Everyone was hitting him saying, please stay off social media, but he wouldn't, because he just was not in the right mind. And then yesterday night is when it got really, really bad. He ended up coming to the house, and we ended up taking him he's in the hospital care right now, because he is pretty much as gone at this, not gone, but he's pretty much as mentally ill as we've ever seen him. He's at his worst case right now, and we are here for him 100%. We're not turning our backs on him whatsoever, so don't think of it like that. But just know that everything he said, everything he did was because of drug abuse. It wasn't Richard talking. It wasn't him. It was featuring Adderall, a lot of it.
Yeah, he was very delusional. That's the best way to explain it. He was lacking so much sleep. When you go days and days without sleep.
Yeah, apparently his girlfriend told us he slept 15 hours in a week and a half, which is disgusting. The old Banks I knew slept that in a day. When he first moved into the house,
that's true.
We used to always make fun of him for how much he slept.
That's true.
And now he's taken 1 day of sleep basically in a week and a half, which is disgusting. That's horrible. And it really did take a toll on him, and mentally he was just completely unstable. So he ended up, a little thing set him off to leaving FaZe, and we knew he wasn't actually leaving FaZe. He was just saying a bunch of stuff, and we were just like, Jesus Christ. We didn't know, there's nothing we can do. We're not gonna, we were waiting for this, for when it finally all
we're not his
down.
parents. We can't take away his phone and say no more Twitter. Like
it's his. At the end of the day, it is his Twitter account. There's nothing we could do. So for everyone,
and we also didn't want to like kick him off from FaZe because he wasn't in the right state of mind. And if that happened, like he would have gone absolutely just mental. Like,
well, he wouldn't, especially not have been himself even more. So he is right now again at the hospital. He's I don't think they're gonna release him. Well, they said like 7 to 10 days, but hopefully longer because he does need as much time there as possible. Yeah. And we will keep you guys updated on that because I know he actually does love you guys. It's not that he doesn't. He does. He really, really does appreciate all your support.
Banks is one of the most passionate people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like seriously, one of the most, hands down. He's an awesome guy, super loving heart, and he's incredibly smart. But he just, when you abuse drugs, that's what'll happen. Like I guess some people can't take it. Some people, abusing anything, too much of anything is bad, and Adderall especially. You can even
drown. Yeah. Actually, So Tommy's right. I'm wrong. I'm stupid. But yeah, so it changed him. We literally would look at like his tweets and stories and be like, who the fuck is this guy? We're like, we don't know him. And it got to that point because of that. So, just so you guys know, he is right now at the hospital. I don't know if they're letting him use his phone at all. I hope not. Yeah. But he got to the point where he just was like as far off the deep end as you could imagine. He started doing really crazy things, saying crazy things, acting a crazy way. So just know that we are here for him, and we appreciate all of you guys that are still here for him. Try to excuse anything. I know it's going to be hard to, but try to unsee everything you saw since, I guess, around Christmas time is when he started. You
just forget about all that. Just understand that was what happens when you abuse drugs or he wasn't being himself. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we love him to death, and we're here for him. We want him to come back as soon as possible. We want him to recover as soon as possible. Yeah. Because he's a brother to us. He's our brother, and man, it's really sad to see.
It was like what I saw yesterday was probably the most sad thing I've ever seen. Like, it actually broke my heart. Like, you weren't here yet, but just watching him get put into that ambulance and everything, and I don't want to go into too much detail of what I saw, but it was almost it broke my heart. It really did. Like, I was so upset. I can't really stop thinking about it. It was just upsetting. I've never been in a situation like that, and I just wish him the best. And obviously, we're still gonna be here for him. And thank you to all of you guys that are here for him. So just know that whole leaving FaZe thing. Truly, deep down, Banks would never turn his back on FaZe. There's a reason he got the FaZe tattoo. He would never in his life. It was just him being not in the right mind whatsoever. So we just needed to explain that to you guys, and you guys deserve to know because we feel like he kind of poisoned a lot of people's minds with a lot of the things he was saying that's so inspirational and stuff. But it wasn't even him talking. It was a sleep deprived person saying
he had 5 different personalities.
Yeah,
because when you don't, just sleep. You need to sleep. You can't live your life not sleeping. It doesn't work like that, and especially on drugs. Yeah,
especially on drugs. So just saying a lot of the stuff he was saying, I saw people tweeting "Hey, preach, man, inspire." I'm like, oh my goodness, what are you guys saying? No, a lot of people saw past that. No, dude, he's obviously something's wrong with him. I'm glad you guys were on that, but we do have a lot of a younger influence, and they kind of, it's not a good thing. I really wish this wasn't the case, but you guys can't believe everything that you see on the internet just from a person just because you like them, you know what I mean? Always have your own judgment in mind. So, so a lot of stuff he was saying was, I want to say 95% of what he was saying was just, just rambling and made no sense, and you guys should not be inspired by that. He just did not know what he was saying. He really didn't. So, he does have a good heart, and he knows what he wants in his life, but that stuff really fucked him. It really did. So, I guess that's about all we really wanted to say. Unless you have something else.
We're gonna tweet out the hashtag #LoveYouBanks.
Yeah.
Get well soon.
Yeah.
So just support him. Tweet that out. We're all praying for him. We're all hoping he recovers as good as possible.
Mm-hmm. It is just a really shitty situation, but. It sucks that, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff. But thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate all your support and love. Nice. So we'll see you guys later. I want you guys to keep it real. Take care, everybody.